Fight night! My name is Adam, and I'm joined as always by Junior. We're going to give you some bets for today. I believe we have 8 fights lined up for us so that you can use to mix into your singles and parlays. Make sure to stay locked in all the way to the very end because you're going to want all 8 of those on one parlay ticket so you can make some of those big bucks. So, Junior, are you ready?
Let's
go. All right, so we have Jean-Claude Van Damme. No. But it certainly looks like him in Bloodsport.
Mr. George St. Pierre.
He did a great Rogan. Check out that episode on the recent pod. He did a great Rogan cast. Okay, Brendan Allen, Carl Robertson, a couple of Americans facing up here for the middleweight division. Minus 170 for Allen. Who do you like in this matchup for Fight Night?
Brandon Allen, he's got a couple inches on the reach, couple inches on the height. He's youth. It's really a toss-up for me. I mean, and the odds are showing that. I mean, usually you get a guy who's got a bit more experience is going to have either the minus on his side, but I think the quality that Allen's been fighting, and this is an undercard fight as well, so they're not getting any of the prime time. Yeah. But I think both these guys are going to try and go for match of the night, get that nice bonus. But for here, I just think that the skill set in Allen is going to kind of outweigh and wear down Roberson.
Okay.
Probably looking maybe 3 rounds, submission most likely. Don't see it being a knockout. I mean, they are middleweight, so there is that knockout power there. Yeah. But I think there's going to be a lot of grappling, a lot of jiu-jitsu. So give me Allen at the minus 170.
Okay, awesome. Dwight Grant, Stefan Sekulic. Welterweight, minus 220 on Grant. It's got some age there on him. How do you think these two are going to match up, and who's going to come out with the victor?
Some miles on that body. Not a lot of fights. So he's got a lot of hard living in him. But I think Sekulic with the youth, 7 years is a lot, right? We just saw Ben Askren get his head knocked off due to youth and piss and vinegar. So, the reach is negligible. The height is same. Weight is the same. These are two guys. So, I mean, for here, I just think that Grant's a little more wary than Sekulic is. So I'm going to take the age and the minus 220. Give me Grant.
All right. Alex Oliviera fighting out of Brazil, and then we got Randy Brown matching up here. Brown's got the advantage in terms of his reach, and then he's favored at minus 160. How do these two match up together?
Now, Oliviera, even though these guys are welterweights, there's still a lot of power, and this is a dude who grew up in barrios. So compared to like Brooklyn, Brooklyn's still a tough place to grow up. Trust me. But Oliviera, he does have significant height difference here, but still a good reach. I think with Brown, if he's going to draw Brown in and get on the inside, with that reach, he's right in there for the uppercut. But I think Oliveira's jiu-jitsu here is going to overpower Brown. So give me Oliviera in the upset. Thank you.
Okay. Cash. All right. Okay, so Anthony Smith, Jimmy Crute. You got Jimmy Crute. Yeah, this is the light heavyweight, and Crute favored at minus 200, fighting out of Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smith, he wants to get it to the ground. He wants to submit you. He wants to wrap his legs around you, get you in that rear naked. I think Crute is going to try and stand this fight up, box this out, and hammer him with those fists. I think the power. I mean, obviously Smith's got a bit reach advantage.
50 fights. I'm just looking at his record here. I mean, this guy's got some miles on him, eh?
Yeah, he's got a lot of fights. But I think that the boy from Down Under is gonna put him down under. So give me Crute.
All right, Crute for the win. You heard it here. Chris Weidman, Uriah Hall. You got a middleweight fight here. Both 36, minus 125 on Weidman. What do you think about these two matching up, fighting USA versus Jamaica here?
This has that potential to be the fight of the night. Okay. These guys are going to be dropping bombs. there's going to be blood everywhere. If there isn't, I'm going to be
Okay.
surprised. These guys match up really well. Just a little bit of the reach advantage for Weidman, but height negligible. Weight right where it needs to be. I think these guys are both primed. They're both in good fitness. And we're just going to see who's got the better jiu-jitsu, who's going to wrestle a little bit better, and who's going to get knocked out. So for that, I'm going to have to go with Weidman just because of that reach advantage. 2 inches might not seem significant, but when you're trying to get on the inside and this guy can just keep doing this to you, it's going to be tough. So give me Weidman.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so we got a couple of ladies here. Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Andrade. Yeah, okay.
You got it.
All right. In the flyweight division and minus 450 for Valentina. I'm not going to attempt it again. 20-3, and then versus 28. So, yeah, Shevchenko. What do you think about this matchup here between these ladies?
This is going to be a fight. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of the times people complain that not much goes on in these fights, but Andrade is like a bulldog.
Okay. She looks like a bulldog. She looks very, very tough.
She hits very hard. Ask Rose. We'll talk about Rose next.
Okay.
Now Rose trains with Valentina Shevchenko, but she sat down and she literally talked about the power that Jessica Andrade has with her.
Okay.
Significant height, significant reach. But what that's going to do is if Andrade can draw Shevchenko down, it's going to be lights out. Andrade's got that one punch power, and at a plus 350, it's just going to see, like, if Shevchenko can stay away from her and just keep her at bay with that jab, she might handily defeat Andrade. I just think it's the champ, right? Andrade's hungry. She wants that belt. I can't see it here. I'm going to go with Shevchenko, but I wouldn't be surprised if Andrade knocked her out.
Okay, so looking here at the strawweight division, we got
Weili
Zhang and Rose Namajunas.
Yeah.
Minus 200 for Zhang. What do you think about these two matching up? I mean, her record looks incredible. There's a reason why she has that strawweight belt. Break it down for us.
She's been rolling, and she's been hurting people. She's been busting people up. Strong, athletic.
Only one loss.
She can stand up. She can lie down. She can get into a wrestling match with you. She can pull out some jiu-jitsu. She's got a lot of energy, a lot of road work in her, so she can go the distance.
Okay.
Rose is susceptible to getting hit in the head a lot.
Okay.
She's been beaten up, but she's also held that belt before, so she knows what it takes to get back there. And for me, Weili she's too strong, and I'm looking for this to probably get stopped because Rose got hurt real bad. Or it's going to be a knockout or a submission, but give me Weili.
Okay, all right. Kamaru Usman, Masvidal. Is this for the welterweight championship?
It is.
Oh wow. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a BMF title, and I see a lot of belts here coming up. Yeah. So, okay, we know what Masvidal is capable of. Usman, very powerful. Minus 400 favorite, very heavy favorite here. How do you see these two matching up, and who's going to be the winner of this fight?
So the one thing about Kamaru is this man fights for his life every match. So that one loss that he took, he had the opportunity to tap out and get paid or get choked out unconscious and lose money for 6 months. This man's got a brain on him because he said that he chose to tap out, but it's been haunting him ever since he did that.
I bet.
This man comes out to prove himself and to continue to stay hungry and humble. Very humble dude. Now, Masvidal is the exact opposite of Usman.
Yeah.
Masvidal is the guy who is the junk talker, the trash talker, the guy who shows up to fight night in a robe, the guy who goes to McDonald's and orders, double cheeseburgers and anyway. But
He does have the recipe for the sundae though, which is caramel on the top and the fudge on the bottom, which is, I do like that. I will give him credit for that.
Yeah. 2 fries though.
It's a bit much for a fighter, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got all those calories up, right? That he's got to burn out. Now this was a plus 400 for Masvidal until that SOB Chad Ochocinco decided to put, I don't know how much he put on it, but he dropped the odds down to plus 300. Masvidal has been saying the whole time, play the prop, get me in the knockout. I'm gonna knock this guy out. I just don't see it. He's lost 14 times. He's got a lot of miles on his body. I think Usman is just primed to shut Masvidal up. We're a year removed from Masvidal calling out Conor. So, Usman said, no, you fight me. And Masvidal ducked it, but then he took it. So, props to him because he's got a title shot. But I think Usman is just going to wipe the floor with him. And, give me Usman.
Okay. Any predictions on how the fight is going to end?
I think it's going to be a submission. Rear naked choke.
Okay. All right, so that wraps up the bets here. Fight night. We thank you. We really enjoy doing the fight night one, so we're glad we started sprinkling that up in the bets here, and we'll continue to do that as time goes on. As with all gambling, please be sure to play within your limit, okay? We want to thank you for joining us. We appreciate your attention and feedback. So please consider hitting that subscribe button if you saw some value or some laughs or just wanted to see me mispronounce names of different people in various sports, because that's pretty funny.
Harder ones on purpose.
I mean, I'm laughing at myself here, so I'm really enjoying that. But I'm sure we can maybe at some point we'll make a highlight reel of all the names that I mispronounce. But please consider commenting and liking this video. And for everybody here at Offside and Out of Bounds, and please follow us on all of our channels where that name exists. I'm Adam.
I'm Junior.
See you real soon.